Hi everyone, me and Luna are going to review the latest video by Turner, Jon Venus and Simnett Nutrition.
Okay, you review them while I review you.
It's called Reading Vegan Hate Comments.
Notice Sv3rige's dull, uninspiring tone.
What's going on everyone, Jon Venus here, welcome back to another Reading Vegan Hate Comments.
Now John sounds just a little bit more alive and happy, doesn't he?
American diet is already 70% plants. That's why everyone is ill.
Okay.
121 thumbs up.
Holy that's the more alarming thing from them, is just this comment alone.
All 121 of those people think that they get their veggies in from tomato ketchup.
How's that taste?
So good.
Alright.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, how can you deny that that's true? How can you make fun of that? Obviously, yes. Everywhere in the West, the diets are plant-based. The food pyramid promotes grains, vegetables and fruit.
The food pyramid promotes whole grains, fruits and vegetables. How many people actually eat many of their calories from these? Versus how many people get the vast majority of their calories from processed foods with refined grains, sugar and oils? Wakey wakey!
Most people eat 70 to 80% plants, meaning that they eat a plant-based diet.
A junk-based diet, not a whole foods one. Big difference, slow coach.
Modern disease comes from an unnatural diet.
Yes, historically we weren't able to procure large amounts of animal products. And there were no cakes, crisps or fizzy drinks.
We used to eat mostly meat.
Did we?
A careful study of materials painstakingly recovered from human paleofeces says a lot about what ancient human dietary practices were like, given their incredibly high content of fiber, undigested plant remains, strongly suggesting that for over 99% of our existence as a distinct species, our gastrointestinal tract has been exposed to the selective pressures exerted by a fiber-filled diet of whole plant foods.
And now we eat mostly plants.
Now we mostly eat animal products and junk.
Only 4% of the American diet is composed of whole grains like oats, barley, whole wheat, brown rice. 2/3 of our vegetables are white potatoes, half of which are potato chips. 1/3 of our fruit calories are low phytonutrient juices.
We don't digest plants. End of. Period.
No, I can confirm we don't digest plants. I just poop out the same thing that I eat.
Yeah.
It's like potato french fries coming out.
Funny joke.
Guys are...
Of course, it's in no way a joke. That's why they're so uncomfortable when they talk about it. This is true. You can't digest plants. Nobody can.
If nobody can digest plants, how do you explain these guys being alive? They're twice as big and strong as you, with double the energy too. Doesn't make sense, does it, what you're saying? Think about it. Hello?
How is it even funny? We can't digest fiber, that's it.
No, we can't digest fiber, which is a good thing. That can stay in the intestinal tract, continuing on to the colon, where it can feed the Prevotella strains of gut bacteria required in massive amounts to ensure optimal health. Meanwhile, you eat rotting flesh, which feeds the pathogenic Bacteroides strains of bacteria, which ensure a shorter lifespan.
It's just the truth. That's why vegans are bloated. That's why they have stomach cramps and so on. It's nothing new.
These vegans don't appear to be bloated or in pain. Look how happy they are. For every one vegan that you can show me suffering as you claim, I'll show you 100 meat eaters dying of terrible diseases that could have been avoided. If any vegans are suffering, it's generally due to the damage done to the gut by the previous poor diet. All you need to do is get tested, ascertain the problem, and treat it.
Most vegans complain about it, and that's why there's so many ex-vegans.
Hi, Vegan Nutritionist here. Most vegans do not complain of that, and I think you'll find that there are orders of magnitude more ex-meat eaters than there are ex-vegans. So you might like to stop throwing stones in your glass house there, Sv3rige old chum.
And I think if you look at their face, you can see they know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, of course, it's very uncomfortable. That's why I said they know that this is true.
I see 3 happy, healthy people having fun. How are your lenses so corrupted? Oh yeah, all the unnecessary suffering that you enjoy causing to animals.
They know the pain that they go through when they go to the toilet.
As a toilet user myself, back when I was eating 500 grams of animal protein per day and now eating 0 animal protein and lots of fibre, I can categorically state that it's far more comfortable to pass vegan stool. That's a fancy word for poo-poo. I used to joke years ago that I spent half of the day trying to get the meat back out. Looking back now, it's not a joke and often was very uncomfortable. Now it just glides out effortlessly, much the same way as the flowing from Sv3rige's mouth.
I hope you realize that once you die, your soul will pay for lying for profit. You guys are the lowest form of humans.
We're just trying to do such good things here, eh? And it's just like terrible hate.
What other part of YouTube do you get such hate?
Your soul will pay for lying.
I do.
A lot of people get sick from veganism, and this is why.
A lot more people get chronic illnesses from eating non-vegan food and die as a result of it.
Jon Venus already admitted that he cheated, so he hasn't been vegan for that long.
Just to put this into context, he said that he ate a very small amount of eggs one time.
And he does look better than the other two guys.
Of course, the wonderful magical chicken ovulation. That well-known fountain of youth launched from the hen's vagina. You can keep your sphincter cuisine, thanks mate.
Brian Turner looks like he's in his mid-30s at least, even though he's 27. His face is really messed up. The wrinkles, it's crazy. The other guy looks like he's a 45-year-old dried up.
Speak for yourself, Chrome Dome. Where's your hair vitamins and other nutrients?
Feminine looking. It just doesn't look right. His face is melting.
Yeah, well your face has gone upside down. The hair's migrated from the top down to the bottom. Yes, I recognise my own hypocrisy, but I shave mine.
When you look at the close-up of Simnett's face, his eyes are all sunken in, the eye bags, dark eye circles. He's so incredibly tired, you can see it. He's exhausted, always.
And yet he'd run rings around you when it came to anything physical. Pathetic.
You have to thank the Vegan Illuminati for sponsoring this video. By the way, quick little promo.
The Leguminati.
Yeah.
You're just tools of the people who promote veganism.
You're just a tool of the people who promote eating corpses.
You know how many people think that the New World Order is part of the vegan thing?
That's exactly what I meant. You're being used by the people who promote veganism. You're just tools. You're slaves.
The only tool here, Sv3rige, is you.
And of course, there's an agenda because even 100 years ago, they wrote books and articles about banning meat, replacing it with fake meat.
That's a new one. Appeal to conspiracy theory fallacy. He loves a good conspiracy theory, our Sv3rige, while he's staring into the sun from his position on flat Earth. What about the agenda to fill up the planet with farmed animals at the expense of human health, animal health, and the health of the Earth? Are you not aware of the massive subsidies that go to the meat and dairy industries? Never fruit and vegetables.
Soy voice for sure. So weird on a guy with muscles. Soy voice. You gotta respect us even though we talk like this, okay? Please.
That's also a thing that obviously is true. If you look at Michael Greger, Vegan Gains, and even Brian Turner, compare his voice. I put it in Epitome 6 from 2015 and now. His voice completely changed. He has a soy voice.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm an ACE certified personal trainer and I have been for the last 3 years.
All 121 of those people think that they get their veggies in from tomato ketchup.
Total then, Sv3rige. But what about those massive benefits to his poised complexion and muscle gain since going vegan?
There's no denying it.
Well said.
Vegan Gains, undeniable. Complete soy voice. He talks very high. I don't even know how to do it.
If he's so feminine, why haven't you taken him up on his offer of a match fight in either a cage or a ring yet? You seem very keen to prove to the world how manly meat eaters are. Surely someone who eats as much meat as you wouldn't be scared of a little vegan sissy now, would they? Whatever's wrong, Sv3rige. Are you on your period?
And Happy Healthy Vegan also his voice changed a lot. Those are all changes. It's hormonal. It is soy essentially, phytoestrogens.
Yeah? Well, in the real world, phytoestrogens are protective of actual estrogen. They are 1 10,000th the strength of mammalian estrogen, they dock with the same receptors, lowering total estrogenic effects throughout the body. While you eat mammalian estrogen all the time. Due to the lack of fibre flowing through your colon, when your body dumps estrogen, much of it is reabsorbed. You might as well grab yourself a handbag next time you're in town.
You're not producing any testosterone, all of this stuff.
That's wrong, and here's the evidence. This study, funded by the Imperial Cancer Research Fund, showed that vegans have higher testosterone than non-vegans. Better get yourself a skirt to go with that handbag.
It's candy time, boys and girls. Sugar addiction plus steroids plus narcissism plus vegan sense of humor equals Brian.
They are very narcissistic. Also no denying that.
Nope. Narcissists are very unhappy with themselves and require constant praise and attention. I've had the pleasure to hang out with these guys multiple times and they're all very cool and easygoing. Narcissists tend to put others down, like you are now. They think they're more important than others too, like you when you don't value others' lives at all.
Vegans look old and young, male and female at the same time.
Totally androgynous.
Here we go. Eventually they will all blend into one look, just like how bananas are all sterile clones of each other.
Old and young at the same time. You hear this all the time again. Why do they laugh about it?
I've been vegan for 8 years and I've never heard of it. They're obviously laughing at the thought of two opposites existing simultaneously. Vegans get that a lot, you know. Apparently we're fat and skinny all at the same time. It's bizarre the nonsense that anti-vegans make up to try and defend their illogical standpoints. Illogical and very, very laughable.
They look 40 when they are 25. It's super common.
Oh, okay. So what you meant to say is that we look older than we are. Learn to speak properly already.
That's because the collagen is destroyed and so on.
Nothing about a healthy, whole foods, plant-based diet would cause collagen to be destroyed. Lots of idiots think that we need to eat collagen from animals in order to replace it, but where did these herbivorous animals get it from in the first place? Like many of Sv3rige's arguments regarding an apparent lack of nutrients in a vegan diet, we and other animals make collagen ourselves from plant precursors. Amino acids specifically, which are only created by plants and merely recycled by animals. Sv3rige can't see or hear the truth because he's a religious meat slave, programmed by his masters.
Of course, the best slave is one who doesn't even know they're a slave.
So true, Luna. So true. He then went on his long, usual rant about how you cannot get 50 nutrients as a vegan and plant protein isn't bioavailable. He must think that John, Derek and Brian's imagined steroids work by magic. This uneducated drivel has been refuted so many times by myself, Vegan Gains and others. I can't be asked to keep going through it. So that's the end of today's video. As he seems to have lost his manly bandana, I'm off to buy Sv3rige a lovely lady's bonnet so he can cover up his nutrient-devoid scalp. Now click this.